Welcome back to another episode of Preseason Diaries. This is episode 10. Just to preface this before we get into, before I show you some footage, is I only got there about halfway through training today. This week I'm going to be in and out of training because I've got like 6 houses to view. I'm looking at moving out of Craigieburn and a little bit closer into the city just for ease of access into the city because it's ridiculous at the moment. This training session, so there's still, a third of the team is still in the Northern Territory, so they're doing their own thing. In this training session today, there was even less. There was about 1/3 of the team. Now, there's not going to be, the training's going to be little bits and little bits for the next couple of days. So it was today, Tuesday, and then they've got a session on Thursday because on Saturday it's the open day. So if you're able to on Saturday, come down. It's going to be a bunch of fun. This is not affiliated with Collingwood in any way. How I'm promoting it. I'm promoting it for me. To say, I'll be doing a swooping around from the open day. I'm going to go around with my microphone. I'm going to be talking to everyone. So if you see me, definitely come and say hi. Get on camera. We'll talk about the pie season coming up. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about Collingwood related, and then we'll put up the episode, and it'll be a little bit of fun. Some observations that I made from training today, from the half an hour that I saw, were with the players. They were split up into their line groups, and I really think that they're going to be using Josh as mainly as a defender, or not mainly as a defender, but definitely off that half back line, because in the defending group, it was Josh, Markov, Isaac Quaynor, and Reef McInnes. So that kind of indicates to me that, yeah, we know Reef is going to be the defender, but Josh Dacos, they're going to be using off the halfback because of that boot, right? So you're going to have Houston, Quaynor, Perryman probably, and Josh Dacos, who can go through that halfback line, be that quarterback type role. We know Josh Dacos is an Australian wingman, so maybe, they're going to fancy Perryman because he has been training with the mids, and we know that he can play a defensive role as well. So maybe the change is Perryman and Josh Dacos, they're going to switch during the game, because we know that Craig McRae and the coaches absolutely love chameleons in positions. So players that can play more than one position. So I think we're going to see that Harry Perryman, Josh Dacos switching quite a bit. Houston, he's been training mainly with the defenders. He will go into the center if we need him to, but I anticipate he stays as a halfbacker because that's where he's does his most damage from. And like we said, and like we've said with Pommy and stuff, Houston is the equivalent of having Nick Dacos back on the half back line. There wasn't too many standouts, and I talked to Jen that was there. You all know Jen's training buzz. She does a fantastic job. So I was talking to her, and yeah, there wasn't really many things that sort of happened today. It was a fundamental thing. It was a bit of conditioning, a little bit of games and stuff. So nothing to set the world on fire. But that Josh Dacos thing, we kind of know now. It's kind of set in stone what his role is going to be for the 2025 season. I do think, from what I saw today, still looks fitter than he has in a long time. And, maybe that's because he has that tagger role now. Maybe that's going to be his role in the team. And because he doesn't want Ed Allen to take over his spot. There's these kids coming up, and which is fantastic. But these older guys can't rest on their laurels anymore. They have to get better. And Steele Sidebottom just looks like he's slimmed down a bit. You can slim down and still look big, and that's what, in my opinion, that's what Steele looks like. You'll see him in the footage. He's wearing the bucket hat, but he just looks a little bit quicker as well. So that's going to be interesting to see what his 2025 role is. But get to the open day if you can, and I'll see you guys there. Here's the footage from today.